It has been 2 years since Frank's death. I was not working per se, but I was doing outreach for military spouses who are going through the loss of their loved ones. It kept me busy since there didn't seem to be an end to this senseless war, and people were dying almost daily. My daughter, Rain, had returned home from her world exploration and decided to attend college. My son Mark is now a senior in high school and will graduate soon. I was understanding the empty nest syndrome I had heard so much about. I was not in favor of it, by any means. With Rain gone and Mark busy with his life of sports and friends, I had a lot of time to myself. So many times, I had thought about the choice I made concerning Andrea. Choosing to put my time towards my kids instead of Andrea had left gaping holes in my life. Of course, I couldn't see that at the time of my decision, but it's very clear now. Andrea and I had met before the deaths of our husbands over in Afghanistan, and we developed a very close bond. Close enough that once Frank had passed, I had considered partnering with Andrea. She had shown me things in life I had never experienced, including having an orgasm. This was something that Frank had never done for me. Not because he was inept or deficient, but because I had carried so much baggage forward in my life. Things that had nothing to do with Frank. Andrea could help me see what was going on and helped me to let go of so many of my beliefs, which blocked me from my pleasure. She had taken me, sometimes with great hesitation, into a world I never knew existed. One thing she had shown me was how sexy I could be by just changing my wardrobe and personal hygiene practices, such as waxing my pubic mound. I had continued to keep myself waxed and wearing the sexy thong underwear. I would be lying if I said I hadn't thought of her each time I wore a pair. The dreams of her came frequently as well. In short, I still loved her in my own way. I hadn't heard from Andrea and had decided to move on. I was still processing Frank's passing, so I had been by myself for 2 years. A couple of men had asked me out, and I went on a dinner date, but it never amounted to much. I just resigned myself to being alone. I was driving to Starbucks one day when my phone rang. "Hello, this is Ray Lane," I answered. The voice said, "I was hoping it was." I knew that voice, and I had to pull the car over to keep from having an accident. "Andrea?" I asked with anticipation running through my body. "That's me," she said with her familiar joyful energy. "How are you? Where are you?" I asked. "Oh, I'm up in Chicago right now, and I'm wondering if you're still in the same old stomping grounds, because if you are, I'm headed down that way in a couple of days, and I was wondering if we could meet up for some coffee or maybe dinner." "I'd like that. When did you have in mind?" I asked as my excitement grew. "Is Saturday good for you?" she asked. "Saturday would be great," I said, and my voice betrayed my attempts to be calm. "How are things going with you, Ray?" "I'm good. Mark is a senior now, and Rain is off to college. I'm doing some advocate work for spouses who lost loved ones. How have you been?" "Oh, I could lie and say I've been great, but that just isn't me. I'm in a job that I thought was going to be good, but it turned out to be boring as hell. And then there's my love life." She paused. Or perhaps I should say the lack of love life. I waited a few seconds for her to say more, but she didn't. "You mean you haven't found anyone yet?" I asked in anticipation. "No, I've been on a few dates with some losers, but nothing serious. How about you?" I smiled to myself and replied, "The same. I guess you ruined me for any other relationships." I chuckled. "Oh, really?" She laughed also. "I'm sorry for that. I didn't mean to." Her statement trailed off. "You didn't mean to what, Andrea?"